We are now recording. Welcome, Renee. Good to see you. All right, we are going to start. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to this free webinar about spreading your message online. I am so glad that y'all are here. And can we give yourselves a round of applause for coming out to learn about stuff today? This is really exciting. So glad to see your beautiful faces. And the fact that you're here means that you care about what's going on online, or you care about music, and all kinds of other stuff. So right now, I'm going to give a little 1-minute spiel, and then we're going to go around and get to know each other. All right. And my spiel is basically this. My name is Kenny Feinstein. I play in a band called Water Tower. I've been doing music since I was 12. I'm 37 now. And for what I do, it's very important to be able to understand what's going on online, the climate of social media, email, websites, press, all that sort of thing is really important for me to be able to spread my message and my music. Now, this is the same for any kind of brand, whether you're a writer or a sculptor, or you're selling a class, or you're selling a book, whatever it is. So we're in the age of the personal brand, and that's why it's so important to be able to cultivate your audience, and each one of you has a very unique, specific audience, and that is what is so important about what you do, is that each of you provides a light in this world, and people get attracted to your light, and what is monetizable, and how essentially we can profit off of our personal brand is how we share with these people and how we share it with each other. So having said that, I'd like to go around, and I would like to just get to know a little bit more about each of you, why you're here. We'll keep it kind of short, maybe 30 seconds or so, and what you're looking to get out of this, or why you are here ultimately, what it is that you are trying to either sell or market or learn about, and why you're here. So let's start with DD.
Hi.
Hey.
My name is David Dustin, and I'm a musician. I go by Three Armed Bandit here in Sacramento, and I do it after work. I just I'm at a level where I feel like I can present professionally, but I don't know how to have all those skills to tell my story and put my personal brand out there. So when Kenny put this up, I put it on my calendar right away. So was that the prompt? Was that all of it?
That's great. Thank you so much. Three Armed Bandit, is that what you said?
Yes, sir.
Excellent, excellent. So part of what we're doing today, everyone, is I want you to follow or take notes, and I'm going to be sending out the recording, right? But I want us to all follow each other so we can have what we call an engagement group, which I'll talk more about later. But our little crew of our friends, we're now part of a family right here in this meeting. We are part of the engagement group on this Monday night, 6 p.m. event, where we can all help each other engage on each other's content in the way that we create meaning in the world online. So Three Armed Bandit, that is David. Let's move over to Janet. What is up, Janet? And yeah, there should be a way, if you click the little microphone button, there you go.
Well, I'm in Kansas, and I'm on the board of the Kansas Bluegrass Association. And we do a large festival every February. And so we just need to better promote our festival and then all the activities we do throughout the year.
Excellent. And what is your handle in Instagram or Facebook, TikTok, whatever the one is that you're going to want to be driving traffic to today?
Kansas Bluegrass Association.
Kansas Bluegrass Association.
Yeah. On Facebook.
On Facebook, Kansas Bluegrass Association on Facebook. All right, so we're all going to write that down and follow that page and start interacting with Janet. Thank you so much, Janet. All right, Andrea.
I don't have a handle. I'm just trying to help out the different bluegrass groups I'm in. So I guess I'm just Andrea.
And okay, and would there be a handle with any bluegrass group that you would like these people to follow? or any account that you would like to start building awareness for that we can sort of interact with you or your people on?
Not yet, but I'll make one now,
Okay, awesome.
and
Awesome.
then I'll let you know.
Great. Thank
In the
you.
meantime, at California Bluegrass, Andrea is on our board.
Okay.
He's also on the board of.
He's also on the
a whole
board
bunch of other
with,
stuff. Yeah,
he's also on the board with Southwest Bluegrass.
and North
North
County,
North County
Folks,
and
Bluegrass and
Summergrass.
Folk and Summergrass and what else? Oh, San Diego Bluegrass Society.
Yeah.
He wears many hats.
Amongst other things.
Oh, yeah.
Camp and Strum, Blind Strokers, camping. Yeah. Camp and Strum. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you for
Lots
that.
of
Andrea.
contacts there, Andrea.
Thanks, Robin.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. That is wonderful. All right, Elise, Doran, tell us a little about yourself, why you're here, and what you do. She's almost found it, I can tell. It's going to be the 3 dots at the bottom. They say more options. Or you could just click the little microphone on your, if you hover over your screen, there's a little microphone and you should be able to unclick it.
Can you do it, Kenny?
I cannot,
That's
unfortunately.
exactly what I was going to ask.
There's a little mic button on the corner, top right corner of your box, Elise.
Or you could try the
Got it.
3
I got it.
button.
I got it.
There
Thank
she
you.
is. Excellent.
Sorry for being so lame brain. I
That's
should
all right.
because I'm on Zoom 24/7 and on Facebook, and I don't do Instagram. Kenny made me do TikTok and I'm doing pretty well there. I showed it to my son yesterday and he's going like, when can I turn this off? But his girlfriend watched it. Anyway, so my big deal is I'm a folk music aficionado, but then I got introduced by Patty and Kenny to bluegrass. And I run for the past 3 years a page on Facebook called Music and Language Appreciation, on which I post events, I post humor, I post other people's stuff, and I post music that's not normally seen, but also stuff that is. And I do languages too. That's it.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Elise. So that is Music and Language Appreciation. Everyone go be ahead. Be sure and check out Facebook, Music and Language Appreciation. It's a wonderful page. Great. Thank you, Elise. And what about you, Robin Frenette 562? Let's make sure you hit that mic button. It's going to be the 3 dots at the bottom of the screen. There you go.
Thank you, Kenny.
Of course.
I was trying to sign in as Robin Frenette at CaliforniaBluegrass.net, but I'm not doing that right now. So that's me. And I don't really have a personal, well, I do have a personal brand. I'm a photographer for lots of festivals and bluegrass, old time gospel and folk and other traditional music. I'm on the Strawberry Music Crew. I do photos for Pickin' in the Pines, Father's Day Festival, and a whole bunch of other little stuff. So I'm trying to do that and get my brand eventually out there. But in the meantime, I've been busy getting everybody else's brand promoted. So when touring bands come, we want to get them a place to play, attract good bluegrass, old time gospel to California. We also want to promote our kids that graduated from our California Bluegrass Association youth program, like AJ Lee, Scott Gates, and those guys. And then also the up and coming folks like Jocelyn Sky, who's here with us, and a lot of the other folks like Crying Uncle and those people. And it's just crazy busy right now. And I don't know how to do a reel. very well. I did one, and then I was kind of iffy on how to do it. So I'm trying to learn Instagram. I don't know Instagram. I barely know Facebook, and I'm trying to learn that.
Thank you, Robin. Could you give us one account that we can follow?
Yes, CaliforniaBluegrass.net. And mine, I do have an Instagram account. I have like 15 followers now. It's robin.frenette.photo.
Thank you so much. Robin.frenette.photo. Excellent. All right, Patty, what about you? Let's make sure you hit those three buttons. They're like three dots in the lower right corner.
Okay, I muted it. It's most of you know me from Camp and Strum. I started Camp and Strum in 2019. And I think Kansas Bluegrass Association. I think I'm following you and we're friends. I'm following Robin now too, but I'm also on the board with Southwest Bluegrass Association. My husband and I have several businesses. Our main one is Acrotech. We make photography equipment, and we also make instruments, Opal instruments. So, and we're members of many different associations, and I'm here to, improve my skills on, I like to help up and coming musicians like Water Tower, Honey Buckets, different bands that I see that I think, are exceptional. I try and help them, and I've done that, well, since I've been using social media to help spread the word, to help you guys out. That's what I do.
Well, thank you so much for what you do, Patty. And can you give us one account to follow?
One account. I guess Camp and Strum.
Campus Drum on Facebook.
Correct. Yeah, that's the one I'm most active on.
All right, and that is a group page, everyone, Camp and Strum. Thank you so much. Well, thanks for what you do, Patty.
We're also part of the Bluegrass Influencer Group. So if you guys want to join that, that was an offshoot of this group that we're doing right now that we started from that South State 48 event. So.
Thank you, Patty. Excellent. All right, Ryan Schindler, what you got going on for us, buddy? Why are you here?
Howdy, everybody. My name's Ryan. I'm with the CBA as a regional director here in LA. In case anybody else is as well, please reach out. I was off social media for a while because I think it can be extremely negative in some regards. So just really excited to learn about what we can do to just share the positivity into the world and just all that stuff. So that's my main objective, is to learn how to do that, learn how to connect with people, and hopefully connect with all you folks as well. So thanks.
Excellent. Could you give us one account that we could follow to keep tabs with you?
Yeah, absolutely. The Guest House _band at that's like an Instagram, or Instagram thing. So thanks.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And Jose Juarez, I know you don't have a mic. If you would like to type anything, we can check that out now. Koala Bebop, my goal is to become self-sufficient, self-reliant as a singer, songwriter, producer. All right. So Koala Bebop, that's on Instagram. Everyone go ahead and follow Koala Bebop, and we will be talking about self-sufficiency in songwriting and producing. Thank you for joining, friend. Excellent. Now let's move on to, hey, nice little heart there. Mark Schutz, what is up, buddy? You may have to hit the three dots in the right corner of the screen. If you hover over it, it says more options. And from there, you'll be able to go to settings, where you can also hit the mic button that's crossed out.
How about now?
Yes, got you.
What a pleasure. You guys couldn't hear me talk. I'm trying to get paid by the word. My name is Mark Schutz. I play music. I put on concerts and I do jams and stuff. And I have a metal fab business that we build things. And I'm just trying to figure out what I want to really publicize and how I want to connect. I've learned that when you just do a blanket advertising thing, you end up with knuckleheads on your phone all day long. And you want to try to not get those people calling you. So it's interesting.
Great. And if there's one account you could give us to follow to keep tabs with you, what would that be?
Shutsey1 @gmail.com. Shutsey, SHUTTSEY 1 @gmail.com.
Okay. And what is that on? What platform is that on?
That's just my email address.
Okay. What about like a social media account that we could
On
follow you
Facebook, just Mark Schutz, MARKSHUTTS.
on? Okay, great. Mark Schutz. Excellent. So we'll go follow that Instagram right there. All right.
That's a Facebook page.
Oh, Facebook. Yeah, Facebook page. Mark Schutz. Excellent.
And if you want to friend me on that, make some reference to this so I understand that it's not some scammer that wants to give my bank account so I can send a bunch of money to Biafra, with some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much, Mark. Now, Renee, welcome. So you might want to go hover to the bottom. There's going to be 3 dots that say more options. And if you click on that, there you go.
You getting tired of saying that yet, Kenny?
You there, Renee?
Yes.
There
Can you
you
hear
are.
me?
Yes.
Hi. Well, I'm also with the Kansas Bluegrass Association, but I'm recently moved to Temecula. So we're trying to start a jam group here, and it's the Temecula Valley Pickers.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
Kansas people, do you know Greg Blake?
Not yet.
You should know him. He's a Kansas really great picker. He's in the.
Oh, yeah, that Greg Blake. Sure. Yeah, I know him.
Kansas.
I thought
Good
you meant
man.
here in Temecula. Yeah. No, we know Greg from Kansas. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Hi, Renee.
Hi, Patty.
I met you at Topanga.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. And Janet, my friend Janet from Kansas Bluegrass. So
Yeah.
Excellent. So glad you're here, Renee. Now, is there one account that we could follow to keep tabs of what you're doing?
the Temecula Valley Pickers on Facebook.
Temecula Valley Pickers on Facebook. Excellent. Thank you very much. Now, what about Agnes Chu?
Oh, hi. I'm a volunteer with California Bluegrass Association.
Excellent.
Thank you, Agnes.
Yeah,
Excellent. And why are you here today?
I'm here because I think Phoebe mentioned that this would be a good spot to learn more social media skills to help out and promote.
Beautiful. And is
We're all
there...
here because we like Kenny.
Thank you. I'm grateful to be here. Now, is there one account that we could keep tabs on what you're doing, Agnes?
Yes, it's been mentioned a lot, but at California Bluegrass. on
At
Instagram.
California Bluegrass on Instagram. Excellent. Thank you, Agnes. Beautiful. Jonathan Grenier. Now, there's going to be a little microphone icon that you'll be able to unmute yourself with. So if you hover over your screen, you can click that. Otherwise, there's going to be 3 dots at the lower left, right-hand side of the screen, which you can click on, and you'll go more options. Then you go settings, then you go audio, and from there, you can turn your mic on. So right now it's crossed off. The easiest way to do it would be to hover over your own screen, John. You click on the microphone icon that will go ahead and turn it back on. And we can totally come back to you. He very well may have walked away. So Jonathan, whenever you come back, we'll check back on you.
Kenny's microphone lessons.
All right, so we'll come back to Jonathan. All right, who else is left? Jocelyn Sky.
Hey. So I guess, yeah, I've just been playing a lot. I play harp in bluegrass, like the big one. And yeah, I just want to promote that, promote my band, Bluebirds on a Wire. And yeah. What's your handle? At Jocelyn Sky Harp.
At Jocelyn Sky Harp. Now, what is that going to be on? Instagram. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, Jonathan says, my mic isn't responding for an unknown reason. Okay, Jonathan. So You may try leaving the meeting and coming back. Sometimes it has to do with Google permissions though. So we may need to go into your settings and make sure that your permissions are allowing Google to use it. Let's try that. And then now, is there anyone that we haven't met yet? Look at this list. And if there is, if I miss somebody, go ahead and speak now. Cool. Well, if anyone comes in or if anyone remembers that they forgot, then just start talking. But I'd like to address, first of all, I'm so glad you all are here. This is beautiful. We're all here because we love music and we love art and we love to spread our message. So I would love to address, starting off, what Ryan from the Guest House Band said, is that he got off social media for a while because of the negativity. Now, Jonathan's back. Let's see. Now, Jonathan, go ahead and see if you are able to somehow get your mic to access. The other thing would be to edit your permissions. Depending on what browser you use, you may have to just Google it. Depending on if you're a Mac or if you're a PC, I would recommend Googling mic isn't working in Google Meet for whatever software you're using, and then troubleshoot it that way. That is what I would recommend, buddy, because it seems like we just can't hear you. But any questions you have, go ahead and send them.
Could he use the chat and type something in?
Yes, he can. So anything he wants to say, just go ahead and use the chat.
Does he know where it is?
He does. He's already chatted in there a little bit. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. So talking about negativity, here's my mission for all of you. Now that we're social media cadets, now that we're all becoming bluegrass influencers, I want you, Jose Juarez, coming through with PC setting sound, manage sound devices. Sometimes the mic being disabled causes the issue. Excellent, excellent. Thank you for that. So now that we're all social media cadets and we are bluegrass influencers and we are on our journey, I want us to spend our time creating meaning on these platforms. We are not here to consume content, all right? And Jonathan, if you want to say stuff, just maybe you should just introduce yourself now in the chat since we can't hear you. Well, we will wait for Jonathan to say whatever he wants to say in there, but going forward, now everyone, first of all, now that we've introduced each other, I want us to all take a nice grounding deep breath together. Go ahead and take a second one. This is going to help us retain as much information as possible, be as grounded and as calm as we can as we're learning this new process. What we're here to do is we're here to create meaning. We're not here to consume content. Consuming content can be dangerous to our health. It is addictive. And these algorithms are designed specifically to play on the addictive parts of our brain. So it's easy for many people to get addicted to these things, and it's very dangerous. So we're here to really, really be conscious about that time. Now, I give myself 5 to 10 minutes a day. Oh, Amber's here. I'm going to admit Amber. Welcome, Amber Sedgwick, to the group. Would you like to introduce yourself and let us know why you are here? And you can go ahead and unmute by clicking the 3 dots. It's more options, or it's the little microphone button. And if you click that microphone button, it should turn you on. Turn the mic on. And if that's not working, you may have to check your PC settings or your Mac settings.
Not the mic, I'm sorry. Not the mic. I had to. Oops.
All right. So, and then Amber, if we can't hear you, oh, Jonathan says switching from Safari to Chrome, and so far it hasn't helped. Oh dear. Well, if you want to just let us know what's going on with you, Jonathan, in the chat, you can tell us about why you're here and stuff like that. You too, Amber, just go ahead and let us know why you're here in the chat, and we'll talk to you about that. But right now we're talking about why we're on social media. We are here to create meaning rather than consume content. I give myself 5 minutes a day to consume content, and most of that is kitty cat content because that's the kind of content that I like. All the other time that I spend on the platform is creating meaning. So meaning sending meaningful comments, engaging with people through the DMs, or actually creating content. So one of the most important types of content that I like to make is what we call growth content, and content that is going to contribute to the lessening of suffering. Really, that is ultimately a big mission of why I play music and why I'm here to spread the message, because I like to contribute to the lessening of suffering, my own and other people's. And as we do it together, there's a great group catharsis. And social media is a great tool for that, as well as online. It's never been a better time to be a musician than right now because of this. Amber says, hi, I'm in the process of starting an online shop. I want to learn about how to use social media to support my shop once it gets running. Okay, so I'm going to give you some broad blanket information here, and we can go into some questions. But the first piece of advice that I was given by one of my gurus is, if you post once a day for a year, you will never have to worry about money again. If you post once a day for a year, you will never have to worry about money again. And I was very skeptical of that, but I decided to try it. And my whole life changed after I post once a day for a year. And the truth is, because of social media and posting once a day for a year, I now pay my rent from doing this. And everyone I've given this advice to has learned how to make a living off of this as well, and then some. So if you're starting a business, then the best way to keep that business going is to post once a day. Now, Jonathan says, hi, I'm a CBA volunteer and also a graphic designer, but not currently using social media. Robin asked me to get up to speed on social media to help out with CBA. Here I am, looking forward to your info. Excellent, excellent. Amber, send us where we can follow you. Yes, anywhere we can follow you, Jonathan or Amber. All right. So part of the way, and here's the thing, is if we start to create value for each other in the scene, as we already have, Patty Sullivan has Camp and Strum, Elise has Music and Language Appreciation, you know, Robin, Agnes, we're all, and then there's Kansas Bluegrass Association, all doing a lot for the scene. So what we can do is start making reels, okay? Because Mark Zuckerberg, if you're familiar with that guy, Facebook, Instagram meta guy, he came out about a year ago and said, anyone who is not using reels will be punished. What he means by that is that if you're posting a photo or a horizontal video, that will be suppressed in views. So we want to make reels out of everything. So if you have a photo that you want to make it into a reel, maybe take 5 photos, put music over it, and post it as a reel, because otherwise it will be suppressed, because reels are the only thing that are getting traffic right now. And the reason that is because of TikTok. The industry calls it the great TikTok interruption. TikTok came along and all of a sudden stuff is consumed in 7 seconds, and it's music, and it takes up your whole phone screen. So the most important advice I would give to anyone who is trying to either make their living off this or spread their message is post once a day. Consistency is valued most by the algorithm, and to make sure that it is a real post, and to learn the short form content. Keep it, 15 seconds or so under. Until you master the 7 to 15 second form, we don't really want to go on into anything like 30 or 45 seconds, because what all these platforms are measuring is how long someone's viewing. So if you can get someone to view for 7 seconds, that's going to be really good for your next few posts, because then the algorithm is going to say, well, the last post people stood on it for people watched for most of the 7 second period, so let's give their next video a shot. And after you build that up for a year or so, then the content will start, the algorithm will start rewarding you and more. And if you can get people to stay on for a minute, that's great. And there's ways to make that happen. Now, I would like to actually go to a couple questions. Jonathan's, I'm not on social media yet, but I'll be going soon. So are there any questions on anything I've said so far? Go ahead and just raise your hand. Okay, Robin.
It's really hard to make things 7 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
I always want to get the whole song,
Mm-hmm.
but are they going to punish you for having it longer, or do you just need to have the best part in the first 7 or 8 seconds?
Very good question. So 2 questions came in. Renee says, is a reel different than a video? Let me address that first. A reel is different than a video, except it's not. It is and it isn't. So when you click video post, it's automatically becoming a reel now. It used to be that a video was separate than a reel, but now everything on Instagram and Facebook is becoming a reel. So that is their way of transitioning us out of video. So yes and no, Renee, but just make sure. So if you post a video, it becomes a reel. They're probably going to phase that out soon. Now, Robin, to your point, we always want to start our video. Oh, hey, Karen's here. Welcome, Karen. So glad you're here. If you want to just, if you feel like it, just tell us a little bit about why you're here and what you're doing here. You may need to hit the mic button. which will be if you hover over your
Dots.
yeah, the three dots, or if you hover over your screen, you can probably just click the mic button. There you are. I hear you, Karen. Yeah, it's awesome. Glad you're here. Now, what are you doing here, Karen? We're just meeting everybody. Why are you here? Spread music, spread old time.
No, so I just looking into social media, and I have always disliked it, and kind of so with my events, specifically my square dance that I have monthly in San Francisco, I definitely need to engage and get my attendance up. And it's been great, but it just we need more people. And also, I run the Golden Old Time Festival for the CBA, so that's meeting. And I just need to do more than I have done. So I need to get efficient, and if I need help, I need to know what I need help with and be able to delegate.
Excellent. Now, what is one account that you would like us to follow here? Everybody in the group to follow of yours. Could be the Square Dance page or.
Phil, Friday, SF, S is in Sam, F is in Frank, Square Dance. Feral Friday, SF, Square Dance.
Feral Friday, SF, Square Dance. So everyone, let's go ahead and follow that. Feral Friday, FERAL Friday, SF, Square Dance.
I specifically am not running that. Leslie, my partner in crime, is. And when I asked to be let on, it sounded like maybe only one person can do it.
Only one person can do what?
Can run an Instagram account.
If you're logged in, you should be able to post as well.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and I can help you with that. Offline.
Okay.
Excellent. Well, so glad you're here. Everyone follow Feral Friday SF Square Dance, and so glad you're here. What we're talking to kind of catch you up about, we're talking about creating meaning rather than consuming content. We're not here to consume content. We're here to create meaning, and we're talking about real posts because that is how brands and businesses are being built. And Robin had a great question. She finds it hard to get content in 7 seconds. And so how do we do that? So Jose Juarez is chiming in and saying, I prefer to do long live stream than outsource the editing for clips, shorts, reels. Great idea. So that's something that Water Tower does as well. We will live stream, okay? And this comes back to the most important part of probably the best advice I can give you today is document, not create. So I want you all to document what's happening in your lives. That way you don't have to create any content. And it's exactly what Jose Juarez is talking about. He documents his life in his live stream. Or Water Tower, I put up a phone while we're playing our show for an hour. And at the end of that, then I have 15 songs with great moments in there that I can clip up. And those 15 songs are all 3 minutes. And so I'm not going to do a 3-minute post. I'm going to do a 15 to 30-second post because I've spent years learning how to get people to stay on longer. So I can do a 15 or 30-second post and feel confident about it. And so I'll cut up one song into 4 clips, and that's 4 clips that I pepper out. So if you have one set with 15 songs and each song has 4 clips, you do the math. That is going to be a lot of clips. So you can go ahead. So one show is content for weeks. And so this coming back to document. So I want you all to start documenting. Your homework is to go ahead and take your phone out and start documenting what's going on around you. We're not creating content. We're just documenting the cool stuff in our life. So especially at the next Square Dance, for example, document a few clips. Just get your phone out and be like, boom, grab a quick thing. And back to what Robin's saying, you always want to start it at the most juicy bit. Like the first 2 seconds is holy ground because that is where we win or lose people on the video. And we can't have anything that is boring in the first 2 seconds. It needs to be the most exciting part of the song, the most ripping part of the fiddle solo, the best part of the harp, where that's where you start, where you get them hooked. That's the hook point. So starting to document these moments, and then you're going to go back later and you're going to check it out. Now, so like any of these jams that people run, I know Ryan runs the NoHo Weekly Jam, grabbing moments, documenting moments, and also telling everybody in your group, hey, if you document some of the moments, please upload them to your Instagram stories or reels and tag me or do a collaborative post with me. Now, there is a lot of specific ways to do Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok and all that stuff. And don't worry too much about that. But what I would say is the most important thing we can do is reels, right? So reels meaning on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube Shorts. Now, these are the big four. These are the big four. There's also Twitter. There's also Twitch. There's Snapchat. I'm not going to talk about those things. They're not as important for what we're doing right now. But if you're really trying to do business and make a living off of what we're doing, we need the big four. We need YouTube Shorts. We need TikTok. We need Instagram. And we need Facebook. And we need all four. And we can't put all of our eggs in one basket. Patty, question.
So I would suggest for everybody to take a look at some reels on Facebook, because most of them are just useless. It's like, why do they even bother? So that you don't feel bad about what you're doing, because you really can't do anything wrong. And all you have to do is watch some of them and you'll say, oh, I got this. I can do better than that. So don't worry about it, because there's lots of them.
Yes, very good advice. Just spend a couple minutes checking out what's working and see what's not working. And let me say for the musicians now, and also not just the musicians, but anyone who's trying to break a song for free, YouTube Shorts is a platform that is really, really getting a lot of traction right now. There's this type of video that's getting posted that a band right now, like bands can break. Like I know a band, my friend's band, I forget their name right now, but they just released their first song and they've got 50 million streams. And the way they did that was by posting the same exact 2 photos with a song over it and a little caption. It's about an 8-second thing. That's 50 million streams. So 1 million streams is about $1,600, and they did it all for free. And let me just show you an example of what I'm talking about. If you go to, for example, YouTube Shorts, here are some videos that are really working that I've done some research on. Like, okay, here's an example. This is a 7-second clip. Of
Kenny, can you put the link to that in the comments?
Yeah, sure. I just want to show you guys first. You don't really need to see it, but yes, I will put a link for anyone to go click on it. Let me just find it. So here's a video. Let me just show you. That's the whole video, okay? So now what that video, it has 500 likes, it has 10,000 views, it's got me 80 subscribers to my YouTube channel. So I'll post 4 of those a day, and I get hundreds of new followers just like that. And it's a clip of my song, and what it says over the top is POV. You spent all your band money to record this song, so hopefully this 7-second video reaches the right people. This is a template that I've stolen from other artists who are doing the same thing, who are making their entire careers off this video. So what it is you put your song as the thing, and this works on TikTok as well. It's kind of working on Instagram. It's not really working on Facebook. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But my point is, if you make one of these 7-second videos, you put your song over it. You can also click related video. So then you click the related video to funnel people back to the full song, so people can go to the full song. But thousands and thousands of views. My buddy Tommy in Water Tower just did the same exact video where he puts the phone up, he stands there staring at the screen, and it says POV, you spent all your money so hopefully this song reaches fans of this band. And he just got 250,000 views, 2,000 new followers, thousands of Spotify listens, and it's all for free. And the whole process takes about 30 seconds. So oh, Karen, I can't hear you. Are you saying something?
Sorry, which platform is that on the 7-second?
That's YouTube Shorts. Yeah, YouTube Shorts is really, really popping off right now. And the reason this is happening because everyone's trying to compete with TikTok. It's so hard to compete with TikTok because everybody is on TikTok all day long. And really, TikTok is the only thing that moves the needle in terms of Spotify organically. but also for businesses and brands. If you're not a musician, if you're Square Dance, it's a great way to get awareness. And you can also geotag. So you can geotag San Francisco every one of these videos. And here's what I'd recommend. Oh yeah,
That's TikTok. Geotagging is on TikTok, right?
all of them.
All of them?
Yeah, you can geotag on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Meaning you can say this is in San Francisco, and then it will start showing your video to people in that area. Now, sometimes the video will hit. Sorry, what was that?
Oh, I just said wow,
Wow, it's totally wild,
Oh
right?
my-
Exactly. So for your Square Dance, this would be a great way, and this is what I recommend to everyone, to download CapCut for your phone. Download CapCut because CapCut is yeah, CAPCUT. This is the greatest tool of the trade. And I will say CapCut is in bed with TikTok. So what that means is that if you use CapCut, TikTok will give you a push. And Patty says, how is the recent ruling about banning TikTok going to affect us? Well, they've been trying so hard for so many years to ban TikTok, and there's always a different ruling about it. And there have been so many close calls. I really don't think it's going to affect us. I think what's actually happening is we are forcing TikTok to sell to the US so that we can have control over it. So I think what this recent thing will happen is that we will have control over TikTok in the United States. And I really don't think it's going to go away. It's possible, but if TikTok goes away, the next one will pop up and it will be in China and everybody will be on it. So it's not, I think it's all to kind of scare people a little bit. Sorry, I missed the name of the
Honestly, I
app.
think they're just pissed because they can't track us. They don't want somebody else tracking us, but all you have to do is search for something and go on Facebook and see who really tracks you.
Right, exactly. And Agnes, it is called CapCut. And speaking of tracking, I would like to say that Facebook has 52 million data points on each one of us at any given time at a minimum. So Facebook understands us better than our partners. You know, Facebook knows when we're cheating. Facebook knows when we're sleeping. Facebook knows our heart rate. Facebook knows, Meta knows us better than anybody. And my brother works in Silicon Valley, and he works with people who work with Facebook. And I'll just tell you a little bit about what they were doing. You can't find this in the news right now because people would freak out. But 6 months ago, they were taking all of the traffic lights and installing transponders. So in the Bay Area, all the traffic lights have Facebook beamers. So every time you hit a traffic light, your phone beams to Facebook and says they're here. They've gone right here. They've gone left here. And this is all what we call surveillance capitalism. There's no laws around this yet because it's still the wild, wild west, and it's all new. So anytime you go anywhere, Facebook knows exactly where you're going. Facebook also, as my brother also told me this, they got transponders in every point of purchase in the United States right now. So anytime you use, even if you're not on Facebook, they're going to get you. If you use your card for any bank, Facebook gets the information about where it was, what time it was, how much money you spent, what you bought. All that is beamed up. So Facebook, like people talk about TikTok having our information, so does Facebook. And Facebook has a lot more Meta. They have a lot more information than you would think. Again, 52 million data points. So don't worry about that. I'm not saying it to scare you. I'm just saying that it doesn't matter that TikTok can surveil us. Facebook's got plenty.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah. Yes. Hold on.
What
but
is
Karen?
CapCut?
Before you go in, Elise, Karen, I missed what you said. What was that?
Oh, sorry.
But it's just like there's basically not a lot we can do about it right now, and we're not really. There's nothing, so it's impossible to kind of get so worked up about it.
Exactly. There's no need to get worked up because it's been like this for years, and all they do it to do is so they can market to us better. It's also we can sell better. You know.
Because
What's up?
So that's the punchline. What's the punchline? So they can sell you shit? Is that the punchline? Okay.
Yes. Yeah. The punchline is so that they can sell you, they can market to you better. Yeah. And Elise, what was your question?
I've never heard of CapCut. I don't know anything about it. What is it, a website?
Okay, so CapCut is an app that where you and what it is so you can, okay, that's right, Agnes. So glad you're here. Hope to see you next Monday. We're gonna do this every Monday at 6. So we look forward to seeing it. We'll probably do it about an hour. Yay! Thank you, Agnes. Now CapCut is a way that you can edit your content on one platform and then splinter it out to the other big four. So what I recommend is get yourself a video, go to CapCut, edit it there, and then put it out to the others. So let me just give you an example of what I mean when I go to CapCut. This is how you're going to do it. Quick little CapCut tutorial. We go to CapCut. Looks like this. Hey, I'm in CapCut. Then I go new project. Look, new project. Then I go click in video. Look, new video. Then I go add. Okay, now here's the video, and I can kind of edit it, and then I can watch it.
Can other people watch it on CapCut?
No, nobody can watch it on CapCut.
Okay.
We make it on CapCut, right? So now I'm
I
making
see.
it,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
and then I can go ahead and I can click, template. I can go edit, and I can shorten it like this. And I go, I'm gonna make it a little bit shorter. Boom, make it shorter. Okay, and then I'm gonna go, you know what? Actually, I think I want to generate some captions. So I'm gonna click captions, and then you could generate captions, generating, and then it's all of a sudden it's done captions for everything that is being spoken, because captions are another really important part of what we're going to be doing, because most people are consuming content with the sound off. So remember that. So if you want someone to click the sound on, you have to click sound on, or you have to have some sort of narrative that is going to be getting people to turn on the sound again, because most people are not having the sound on. So it's really important to have captions, which brings me to another point of an embedded meta narrative. Now, this is a little advanced, but what a meta narrative is if you have one thing going on in the video, say playing harp, or singing, then we have the singing lyrics like, hey down boy, go back home, back to the girl you love. That's one narrative, and those are the lyrics. Then the meta narrative would be the next part of what's going on in the video that you could write down, like guitar solo coming in hot, banjo solo just cut me off in the middle of my guitar solo. Like another narrative that is embedded. This is what we call a meta narrative. And this is how we really keep people involved in the content for sort of longer term stuff. But what I would say is stick to the 7 to 15 second thing at first. And really, so if you're a brand like a shipbuilding, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna grab your phone and you're gonna just document 7 to 15 seconds of the painting, or document 5 different pieces of it and get 3-second clips or 2-second clips. Like here's 2 seconds of me painting. Here's 2 seconds of me standing on it. But I personally think it's easier to, I don't think editing, it just takes so much time. I think it's easier to just get an 8 to 10 second clip of you painting and put a song over it. Put your favorite bluegrass song over it. Again, documenting what's happening. Yeah, I think I saw another hand up. Was there another question from somebody? Okay, no worries.
I have a quick one.
Oh yeah, Karen.
Was that the CapCut? Was that the free version?
Was it the what? Sorry.
The free version? We don't pay for it?
Oh yes, it is free. It is free app, and there are pro features, but everything we need to do is free. So great question. And again, back to CapCut, you make it in CapCut and then you put it to your big 4: YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, and TikTok. And if you post once a day, so the big takeaways from today are document, don't create, just because we don't want to spend much time on this, right? The mission is that we want to be only spending 5 minutes a day tops doing this, creating meaning. So we don't want to spend any time on our phone. That's my goal. So you're going to document 10 seconds of what you did. You're going to put it in CapCut with captions. Should take 2 minutes. And you splinter it and post it to all 4, the big 4, and then you're done. And that whole process, it may take you 10 or 15 at first, but you get it down to 5. My whole goal is 5 minutes a day on the phone, and that's all I want to do, because I don't really like spending time on my phone, but I do like to build my business, and I do like to make a living, and I do it from making content. So that is the process. Big takeaways from today are document, don't create, create meaning rather than consume content. Post once a day for a year, and you'll never have to worry about money again. And this one's true. I've seen it in every way, shape, and form. With people without fail, post once a day for a year, you can make a living doing this in whatever your business is. And the other thing is, don't worry about getting it perfect. Don't let perfect get in the way of good, because all we want to do is learn about what you're doing. And if you can brighten someone's day for 2 seconds, that is a huge accomplishment, because there's so much terrible stuff on social media that is wasting time. So if you can just bring a little bit of positivity, that is such a valuable thing, again, to contribute to the lessening of suffering. I'm always going to come back to that, because to me, that's the reason why I do any of this, to brighten my own life and to brighten your life, and to just create a little positivity. So those are our big takeaways from today. And your assignments for homework for next week are, I want you to document what's happening in your niche, in your field. And I want you to go ahead also to start interacting and engaging with everyone in the engagement group here. So hopefully you took notes on that, and I will send the recording so we can watch it back. And if can everyone make sure they put in the chat right now the pages you want us to follow, just in case we forgot. So just type it in, say Instagram, Jocelyn Sky Harp, or whatever it is. And my band is Water Tower Band. I know a lot of you already follow me. Thank you so much for that. So yeah, again, big takeaways. Your homework is you're going to document, you're not going to consume, you're going to follow each other, you're going to create meaning rather than consume content. And you're just going to start learning these things. Maybe you're going to download CapCut. You can chew. It's not the end of the, it's just take it easy on this. It's all good. This is a learning process. So as we kind of finish up here, let's just take some questions. If there are any specific questions or anything about anything, we'll just open up the floor.
I'd like to mention to Renee Everly that she should send Terry Brewer a message at Southwest Bluegrass Association to have her jam posted in the soundboard. I know it'll get put in there every 2 months.
Excellent. Yeah.
Just one quick question. So
Yeah.
if you do this thing on CapCut,
Yeah, CapCut.
what is the audience on all the 4 platforms determine? How does they determine, like, I know TikTok has the algorithms and Facebook does too. Is that the way it works?
Well,
I mean, you have
CapCut,
this content. How does it get distributed to the people that should see it?
well, here's the reason for CapCut. CapCut saves you time, because if you don't use CapCut, you have to go on Facebook and create the video. Then you have to go on TikTok and create it. Then you have to go on YouTube and create it. So CapCut, you create it once and you post then separately to all 4. So CapCut is a time-saving tool. That is the word, CapCut, Mark. Yeah. So CapCut is there specifically to save you time. Because otherwise you have to create the same video 4 times. Whereas if you create it one time and post to all 4, then I'm only spending 5 minutes instead of 15 minutes, because you have to recreate the same video for all 4. Does
Do
that
you
make
have to
sense?
create a name for your water tower on music and language appreciation? You have to have a cute name to your CapCut video?
No. So CapCut is only a tool for creating content, and it saves you time because you create in one place rather than in 4 places. Because
Right.
otherwise, I'd have to go on Facebook and create a video, and then I'd have to go to Instagram and create the same video. Whereas if you do it in CapCut,
Okay.
you just make it once, and then
So it comes out water tower at the title, right?
well, whatever page you post to. So CapCut doesn't determine any of that. So if you
Oh, so it
CapCut,
goes on to the page title that you've created on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Oh, I get it. Okay.
right. So for example, you would go to CapCut and make a video, and then you would take it to Music and Language Appreciation on Facebook, and then take the same video that you made in CapCut and post it to your TikTok, and the same video to your Instagram. Does
Could
that
you
make sense?
post it to your own personal page?
If you would like, you can totally do that. I personally don't market to my
Yeah.
people on my personal page. I only market on my business pages. But
Okay.
if that's something you want to do, then you could totally do that.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
question. Of course. Thank you. What else? What else we got here? Robin.
YouTube shorts go up vertically. Okay.
Yes.
And other YouTube goes horizontally, right?
YouTube
The
video-
regular YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube videos do go horizontally, and again, they're being punished. I didn't mention that before, but anyone who uses YouTube videos are being punished with views. So the way that you want to get, if you have a horizontal video that you want views, you make shorts around it and you click related video. So as you're uploading a short, you have an option to create a related, to link it to a related video. So that way on your short at the bottom, it says see related video. That's how you drive traffic to these other YouTube videos that are horizontal. Otherwise, they're being punished as well. Good question.
So Robin, you know, when you're at a festival and you're doing photos and videos, take lots of videos and then upload them to YouTube. You don't have to store them. Let YouTube store them, especially if it's something that you don't care about. And you can set it to private if you don't want anybody to use it, but leave it on your phone to do the CapCut. You can, and YouTube has its own editor.
Great idea. Great idea. So the idea there
Yeah,
is,
that is a good idea. I got a bunch of videos of Mike Compton and Joe Newberry last night, or a couple nights ago at Mark's. And I still got to put them somewhere. They're still on my phone.
Well,
and I know
upload
it's
them-
Monday.
upload them to YouTube, and you can make your shorts in there. It's really
Oh,
easy.
it's easier than doing it on the phone?
Well, I mean, they're both easy, but that way, sometimes it's easier to work on a bigger screen.
Got it. Okay.
That's
I
really-
was going to give them to Kenny, but I got busy today.
Come on, Robin, don't be.
I know.
so that's really good advice. And what I will say is that I'm going to keep going with y'all here. The meeting is officially over, but I'm going to keep going with you now. So anyone, if you want to leave, feel free to leave. I'm going to keep answering questions and we'll record it, so send it to you. But thank you for coming. This has been awesome. But I will answer questions now. And that is a really good piece of advice, Patty, that you can go ahead and rather than saving up a bunch of content, just go ahead and post it. You know, post it right then, or post it as unlisted, so that if you're not sure about it, you can just list it later. You know.
And another thing is that this is for you all who have bands like Kenny. If somebody comments on, try and reply to them and engage them. That shows people that you're personable, and people like that. It's like if you were to go to Taylor Swift and she would reply to you, you'd be like, oh, cool, right? But yeah, you just want to engage with people.
Yes, especially in this right here is our new engagement group. We're going to all start engaging with each other, because when you give someone a comment, a meaningful comment, not just fire, 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 heart, 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 heart. And I'm guilty of that. I sometimes give the fire, 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 heart, heart, heart. It's just that if you give a meaningful comment, it can show everyone around you who you are and your relationship to that person. And it's a microcurrency, essentially, because it pushes their content up algorithmically. So again, this is an engagement group. We're all going to help each other engage with each other's content. So as we see each other's content this week, let's go ahead and put meaningful comments on there. And
if you're not, and you're like somebody like me or Robin, who are not in bands, what we can do is to, post content for the people and tag them with an @ sign, so that it populates a tag for them, so that they know that, that you've mentioned them. And you get pop-ups when somebody mentions you. It says, like Kenny will respond to something that I've commented on.
that's a good point. And actually, that reminds me that one of the greatest way we can grow our accounts with each other is just like that. So what you would want to do is, if you take providing value for other brands. All right. So for example, I went to the Bela Fleck show in LA and I recorded them, and I tagged every one of the band members. I tagged the theater, I tagged the promoter. And the next day I go on all their pages, and guess what? There's all my videos on Bela's, on Eldridge, on everyone in the band had shared my content, including the theater. And that brought me hundreds of new followers from all around the Los Angeles bluegrass music scene. And that was for free. All I did was provide value for Bela's brand. And then they in turn just shared my post, which says Water Tower Band, right? So when you go to Bayla's story, it's a bunch of videos from Water Tower Band, and people are like, who's Water Tower Band sharing all this great video content, right? So that is a way that you can provide value for other people's brands while growing your own personal brand at the same time for free.
Make it public and make it shareable so that people can
Yes.
share it.
Yeah, everything.
Yes.
Assuming everything is public here. Everything's always public here and always shareable. Yes, good point.
Well, I've seen some people posting stuff that should be shareable and it's not.
Yes, and that we're hopefully that's never happening again.
Right.
I think that's a technical issue. Some people just have it set up wrong, and we're going to learn all that.
Yes, and side note, I just got a text that we hit 250K on Instagram. One of my clients,
Yay.
since my team started joining, my team joined helping this one client, and she has grown 100,000 followers in 3 weeks from just kind of following the advice I was talking about. Now, this person is already pretty big in the bluegrass music scene, but the reason that she's grown 100,000 followers across TikTok and Instagram in the last 3 weeks is because of the consistency. Before she had hired my team on, she was posting once every day for a week and then missing 3 days, posting a day off. My first order of business was, okay, we're posting every day between this time. This is our first order of business. Then we started to go up, okay, we're going to change the language subtly a little bit. Now, the other thing is these subtle changes in psychology are, let's make everyone the hero of your brand. So the hero of your brand is not you. I'm sorry to say that. The hero of Water Tower Band is not me. I may be the guiding force behind Water Tower Band, but you are the hero of my brand. And if I can make you the hero of my brand, then you are more likely to share it and to connect on an existential capacity with my content. So start thinking about the value you provide to everybody else, and why Renee, the Temecula group, that everyone on your page, that they are going to be the hero of your brand. And so start thinking in terms of how we're making them the hero of our brand. Hey, we're so excited to see you at this jam. You can participate in this jam. If we subtly change the psychology to being about you rather than about me, everything starts to change. That's also what happened with this particular client. We started changing all the wording rather than thanks for joining my journey. Thank you for being a part of my journey. That changes things subtly for people so they feel included. So making sure that we're always subtly changing the psychology to be about you rather than me. Does that make sense? Cool.
Well, y'all are invited to dinner. I'm going to go eat.
All right, buddy. Thanks, buddy.
David.
Thanks for coming along.
Nice meeting you.
All right.
I gotta say something here.
Yeah.
I guess what Penny is saying is this is about networking. This is about the leveraging of everybody else. You post something cool about their brand, and they will share it with all their followers, and then they will tag your brand, and you keep doing that and for each other. And just even this group, there's amazing people in this group. I mean, if that's all we had, we could get a whole lot of people hooked on this music and get a whole lot of this music in our areas if we could just tap into that, even just with this group and all the people that we know and all their followers.
So beautiful. I love the way you think, Robin, and just thank you so much all for coming into this group and helping lift up each other in this beautiful music, and yes, providing value for each other's brand. So I gave you all a lot of homework. Don't be overwhelmed by it. Are there any questions on the homework though? Does it all make sense? Oh, Karen, you're saying something, but I can't hear you. What's that, Karen?
I think I'm kind of too busy this week to add on anything, but I'm getting the CapCut. I'm having a little CapCut right now and trying to get in there and give them all these weird details they want. But I may not be, but I'm with you. I'm with you.
So glad you're here. So glad you're here, and I hope to see y'all next Monday at 6. We'll keep going. We'll keep doing it again. And what was that, Patty and Robin?
I just, I think I have installed CapCut, but I can't find it. I mean, I'm finding it in my apps when I search for it, but when I go to it, it's like locking up and freezing. It's not doing anything. So,
Okay. So in that case, what I would do is restart your phone, delete the app, and re-download the app.
I can't even find it on here. That's crazy, but I can find it in the search.
Okay, that's sometimes what you have to do is you find it in the search, then go ahead and delete it, and then just try the process again. So it sounds like it glitched out while it was downloading.
Okay. I went into it that way. I'm going to delete it. Okay. Thank you. I'll try that. Just reinstall it. Okay. And I didn't know about, I've heard of CapCut, but I think we were paying for Hootsuite.
Yeah.
And, gosh, I didn't know that CapCut was free.
It's great. It's such a great tool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, with CapCut and an iPhone, you are unstoppable. You can run a multi-million-dollar business with those two tools. It's pretty cool.
And Hootsuite is cheap. I mean, there's a lot of other ones that are a lot more money. And I finally gave it up because I wasn't using it enough. But it was just for the simplicity of being able to post to different channels for our business. So
Yes. Well, and Hootsuite does a little bit of a different thing, and there is value there in what it does in posting different channels, because CapCut doesn't post for you, but yeah.
I think I was able to schedule them out so that it gives you like a timeline where you can just put them all out. So you're only sitting there. I mean, it's work. And it was a lot of stupid stuff like Pinterest and just random stuff. But
yeah, you don't need as long as you're on the big 4, that's all I would recommend anyway. But you're right. Some of these things that post to all of them are more work than it would be to just post each one separately.
Yeah.
Yeah. Renee, did you have a question or any comment or anything? Okay. Robin, I think you had something.
Yeah. This CapCut does it translate what you say into captions?
Yes. And you can edit
Does it
very easily.
Very often get it right?
It very often, I'd say 85% of it is right, but you're always going to have to go back in and correct just a few little bits.
So you can fix them.
Very
Is
easy.
that the thing that was responsible for putting the captions on the bottom and then like having the caption that you had written over the top of it? Because
No, that was Facebook's auto captioning, which happens on a desktop. You can't turn it off on the desktop. You can turn it off on the phone, but that was an auto caption from Facebook.
So that's when I posted your video with no captions in it, and it put those stupid captions in it right over the writing that you were putting in there, and that's because it was on Facebook.
It was because it was on the desktop version of Facebook and you were listening with the sound off. If the sound was on, then it wouldn't have populated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Good question. Yeah. Jonathan, did you have a question there? Or...
Oh, no, sorry. I was just messing with the blinds.
Oh, cool.
Blinds.
So I hope this was of value to people. Was this good for anybody? Did this suck?
Yes.
That's good.
Totally.
Thank you, Kenny.
Hey, my pleasure.
It did not suck, Kenny.
Awesome. Well,
Except for the part where I fell asleep.
we all love to watch you sleep, buddy.
There you go.
You should have taken a video of that.
Hey, that's documenting right there.
Yeah, this could be your first post, a video of this.
Look here, folks.